The following 7 minutes and 10 of video that you're about to watch, where only 2 minutes and 30 of it is the footage that you're going to watch, was clipped and re-recorded for explanatory purposes on June 2nd, 2023 at around 2:31.11 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have any footage you would like for me to share through my channel with your permission, hit me up on Discord. Or add me for any other reasons, it is totally up to you. Here is my full tag. Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11, and welcome back to another episode of my Modders Cut series. This series is brought to you especially to newer or innocent players of GTA Online by me to show you how bad modding can get and has gotten in GTA Online to this day and beyond, to warn you of what you could be facing in public lobbies on especially the PC platform, with the visual proof I have to showcase to you in this series. If you'd like to know more information in regards to how bad or how much worse modding can get or has gotten, or to simply even know how I format these videos, you can check out this part 1 Rant video, link will be in the description. Even after the release of the BattlEye anti-cheat for PC players on September 17, 2024, modding developers have quickly found many bypasses, such as using an FSL tool to run GTA Online in offline mode by loading their own online save data locally to allow themselves to continue modding. More information on this and how Rockstar secretly wants to allow modding to continue in GTA Online by giving a command to BattlEye to disable the anti-cheat where required to use third-party launchers, which is what mod developers have turned their mod mails into to play GTA Online with mods, can be found in part 2 of my modding rant video. Link will also be in the description below. Take-Two Interactive is also doing anything they can in their power to choose which mod mails must be taken down, such as Yim menu for illegally obtained and reverse engineered GTA 5 source codes. However, they're not doing anything against mod mails like Stan for these reasons. Does this mean Take-Two is illicitly doing business with select mod mail developers and turning a blind eye when paid enough in these illicit business dealings? Regardless of this case, I'm throwing both Rockstar and Take-Two under the bus for the continuation of modding in GTA Online, and as modding still continues to this day, this series will also continue. So stay tuned to find out what could happen to you as an innocent player, and be safe when crossing paths or boundaries with any modder, because you will never know the risk you put yourself in until it is too late, and you are suspended, banned, or stopped by a modder. And of course, as per usual, the extra proof to have to showcase to you that Rockstar indeed does support modding. First of all, I've known a friend for many years in which when I've initially met him, he never modded in GTA Online in his life, which is just messing around. However, when the years progressed, he started getting his game crashed many times a day, almost 20 times a day, in which as a result, he got himself an alt account to use mods on that for the intentions of protections. That account has never been suspended or even looked at by Rockstar once. However, his main account, which has never seen a mod mail of its life, has been touched and as suspended, which is quite suspicious to me. But of course, that is just Rockstar in a nutshell. They support modding because it was not a mod account or an account responsible for using mods. And then someone else reached out to me some time ago in this series stating that of course they joined a crew of grinders and got help and had helped people, or got help from people making money and RP. After taking a break while still being a part of this crew at some point in between their long break was attacked by malicious hackers and modders, in which this whole crew had all of its members suspended or banned by Rockstar for whatever reason. However, as far as we're concerned, these modders or malicious attackers who attacked this crew have yet to receive a punishment, because such is Rockstar. They probably even paid those hackers at that point. I don't even know. But I'm still sorry for you, dude. I really hope that you're able to appeal it now that Rockstar has made appeals a thing, in the hopes they actually did stay by their word to this point. Now, the context that I have in my clip, I'm not going to go into much detail about it, since anyways 5 minutes of it is me mumbling on about what happened prior to me showcasing to the clip and what happened after showcasing the clip. I guess my own explanation as far as I'm concerned. But briefly, I'm just going to mention what I was doing prior to coming across this modder. I was sourcing and selling CEO crates. What much do you want me to do beyond that? Now, of course, this is probably going to be some fun, interesting clip for whoever is interested in watching this, staying up until this point. So I'm just going to go briefly throughout whatever context or proof that I've caught from my clip alone, in which I've caught the following stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm going to have to admit this was probably the most saddest attempt at griefing with mods in the history of GTA Online as far as I'm concerned. But now, without further ado, here is the full video that I have to showcase to you, especially that it was re-recorded for explanatory purposes on its own. Hello YouTube, welcome back to another episode of a modder caught in GTA Online, modder 156. The point of uploading these videos is to prove how Rockstar continues to support modding in GTA Online even past June 2nd, 2023. Now you may be wondering, why would I prove someone a modder just to prove that Rockstar supports modding? Well, it's simple. Rockstar needs to fix their game. Now, without further ado, let's just show the quick amount of footage that I have that is within these 2 minutes and 30 of proving how there was at least one modder in this footage that I will show you right now. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, and enjoy the cinema of a modder caught.
All right.
Oh, poor griefers. They wanted to grief my cargo, but guess what? It was only $10,000 worth of one crate. Halla freaking Luya. Your guy gave up because, oh, I didn't get to grief $10,000 in goods. Oh, it's the end of the world. Oh, damn. Of course, that is all the footage that I have caught of this modder, as long as it lasted. Where the first major one that we've definitely seen earlier at nearly the beginning, when I started selling this cargo, was the fact that they teleported right in front of my cargo delivery while I was driving, and attempted to grief me even without knowing that it was special cargo that I was selling. They just assumed it was a truck that had cargo that could have been my personal vehicle as well, because you're able to purchase it, but either way, they still went for it. One thing's for sure, they didn't really do a good job with it if they have mods. They probably forgot their explosive bullets or something, but either way. someone teleported and the other guy was just sitting with them. Now here is the footage that I'm going to show you again that proves that there is a second count that one of them is a modder. The other one, I'm not sure. I won't prove them a modder because I'm not able to, but I know one of them is able. Just take a very close look at the vehicle that you see at the distance, okay? You see the vehicle at the distance right over there? Now just look on this corner right over here, right over the title where it says Grand Theft Auto 5, and just look. Of course, you see we have two names. We have Jared J1 and we have Garth Brooks. Of course, you'll not be able to see this name clearly right now until I move a little bit forward into this moment when Garth Brooks 22 has left. Now this person has left, okay? Now pay attention to the vehicle right up here in this corner that you're about to see just immediately sinks into the water. That just shows that not only does this modder have teleports abilities, but their vehicle is also quote-unquote Jesus vehicle. Basically, your vehicle can drive on water as if it was land. It could just float on water, like drive on water, whatever you want to think about it. It's a Jesus effect, as they call it. So there's your modder. 156, I believe I've said. Modder 156. Garth Brooks 22. I'm surprised they didn't do anything much more. But still. Showing this footage to Rockstar, I doubt they're going to do anything besides appreciate the fact the person actually tried doing the best they could with the limited mods they had to try and grief my cargo. That's why I'm not calling them a griefer. If they tried griefing legitimately, they're called a griefer, but because they teleported and that has happened, I don't know why the guy just gave up and left the session and didn't bring his friend with him, or her friend, whoever, I don't judge. That just shows that it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. They could have done so much more, but they refused to. I don't know why. Anyways, here's your modder 156 right over there. And this is King Vector 11 with your episode of A Bonner's Caught in GTA Online. Be careful around this player. And as I always say, these videos are to prove how Rockstar continuously supports modding in GTA Online. See you on the next one. Good luck. And there you have it. Your modder for today. My explanations to how I knew that person was a modder, who was the modder, and of course, well, a pretty hilarious video if I do say so myself. If you don't like this, then I'm sorry. I don't know what you would like. I'm just gonna leave that like that, and that's it. Anyways, I'm gonna end this portion of the video right here. So the cinema is over. If you wish to move on with your life to do other things, go ahead, because for the rest of this video from this point onwards, I will be going over the comments of the previous episode. So for those who want to stay tuned to read through some comments with me, or to read some comments on your own expense, go right ahead. Totally up to you. But of course, thank you for watching this Modders Caught episode. Now let's move into the comments. So learning a lesson from my previous episode, in case I have an extensive amount of comments that's being messaged to me, all I'm going to go over is just the context on how I felt about seeing these comments. As far as I'm concerned, just to save on some watch time, to not waste my time, to not waste your time, so that everyone can be happy at the end of the day. But once again, if you decided to stay tuned for this part of this video, I've warned you already, you've been warned again, and I'll warn you once again, that this will be going over the comments of the previous episode. As I said in my disclaimer, I would do so. Like I said, right over here, the first line of this part 2 of my disclaimer that I showcased near the beginning of the video, as I do with every one of my Modders Caught videos. Anyways, being a Canadian, being in very cold temperatures, if you hear me sniffling every so often, I'm not really sick at the moment, it is just terribly cold, and as a result, my body just cannot stand it. It's negative 20 Celsius outside, and whoever wants to know Fahrenheit, well, go on Google, search up C to F, and just type in negative 16 or -20 in the Celsius part, and you're going to find your temperature in Fahrenheit, unless you want to do your mathematical calculations. It's somewhere around the 0 Fahrenheit, I would say, in my opinion. I don't know if Celsius or Fahrenheit conversions too well, but anyways, I'm going to go into that point. The first thing I want to go through is, well, the first and only thing, is the comments of the previous episode. So in context, I wrote what I wrote right here and pinned it because, of course, I was showcasing someone else's footage who gave me permission, as I've even showcased in that video where the comment is situated. Showcasing this person giving me permission to use their video, in which obviously if you give me the permission to use your video for my series or anything else in concern, I will obviously shout you out. I'm not going to claim that footage or that recording or that video as my own. I will always shout you out. And as well, I brought up someone else's channel because earlier last week they made my day, and I was just really happy to ever see them in my channel for the first time. And the first comment was very wholesome that they sent me at some time ago, so that's why I wanted people to sub to them, because they're chill. Anyways, like I've said, and I've always said, and I will say again, a valuable member of the community, thank you again for frequently commenting, as well as a few others on other pieces that I upload or post on my channel. So Bumblebee said at that timestamp, which was of course during the, I believe, comments part of the previous episode, where they wanted to step up their essay game because unfortunately someone beat them in my previous episode. Well, they didn't make like a full-on like essay, they just split it into separate parts and updates or whatever, and it was a comment that was much longer than what Bumblebee has ever made. So that's why I was like, that's why they're like, I need to step up my essay game big time, and I'm like, no you do not. And then during our replies, he has finally mentioned something about another menu which had a BattlEye bypass, which is unfortunate, but will Rockstar do anything about it? Probably not, because they're asleep behind the wheel. But yeah, at least that's good to know, at least. And then I decided to let them at it, mentioning their own comments one after the other, and of course in chronological order with their newer comments. I responded to them all in my own reply, or their replies, but whatever, same thing. Where first of all, they've mentioned what they've mentioned about someone being a hater, unfortunately, yeah, but what can I do? The only thing I definitely believe in that someone brought spirits to me a couple weeks ago was they said, if your channel doesn't get any haters, then you're definitely doing something wrong. So there's that. And then they wanted to definitely state that they think they really do need to step up their essay game. And then we have people actually going in retaliation against the haters by hating the haters, and I was happy about that. And I gave them a shout out and props to them. I'm proud to have them come across my channel and stand up for me when I wasn't able to look at my screen at the time. But of course, they're still able to comment on my channel. I only took out the haters themselves, not the haters against the haters, just the haters itself. As I've stated as best as I could every single time it's happened. There was quite a few, but it's unfortunate. What can I do about it? Anyways, and then they were focused on the fact that I had even more haters, and then soon after, well, there was one guy who obviously tried hating for the obvious Donald Trump reasons of trying to make something up completely stupid for the fact that everyone else should believe it, but I don't know. Anyways, I just posted an image of a goldfish of them, assuming that I'm just incoherently rambling jibber jabber, because at some point in the video, as I always do, I explain what day I've made my clip of a video and at what timestamp precisely as best as I could. And there was someone who heard me say the time in which I took that clip, which was coincidentally at 4:44:45, but because I said so many 40:40:40:40, that person thought I was just doing some incoherent gibberish and decided to hate on that and proceeded to click off the video because I said the timestamp, the time of when I took the clip, as I do at the beginning of every episode. I'm shocked we had people like that, but at the same time, you know, if they don't want to, it's their loss. What can I do about it? It's their loss. It's what they wish to live. I'm not going to force them to live differently if they live the way they live. It's totally up to their choice. And Yeah, of course I posted the image of a goldfish because obviously a goldfish only has the attention span of less than 8 seconds in scientific research. Quite unfortunate that I get those, but what can you do about it? So I responded to every reply, as you see right there, in 6 different paragraphs, short paragraphs, in response to their new replies. So there was that. And here we're still continuing on the fact that they should do their best at making a huge essay that should be about 4 screenshots big. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to learn from this and say I'm just going to go through the context and not read it word by word, because it might waste a lot of time and some people may not. It's up to you if you want to read it. It's your choice, but I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to force myself. This is going to be my new lesson for this year in regards to the comment section of this video and for future videos in this series. So when they especially said I may not ever do it at all, I was like, that's good. I like that part. That's good. Good. I like it. I like that part when you said, or even at all. That's good. Good. And then they're like, you're going to be paranoid having to press the read more. And I'm like, no, I get more paranoid from reading new member goldfish comments, because what better can I do? I'm used to being a human from years ago, not the human during the generation of TikTok. Excuse me for being the way I am, but if you're not okay with it, then I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to convince you to be a non-shorts watch viewer or whatever. But at the same time, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you don't like it, click off. It's your choice. I'm not going to force you to watch what you do not want to watch, but there's other content that I have on my channel that I do my best for those who don't want to watch content like this, watch something else. So in the end, I'm trying to do my best to make a win-win situation for everyone. A non-toxic community in which soon, in the coming days, hopefully, I will reopen my Discord server. But in the meanwhile, I've shown my Discord tag near the beginning of this video. If you want to add me on Discord, my tag will be, of course, you can see it in the video, but as far as I'm concerned, that's all the comments that I've had to gone over in this from the previous episode. I really hated being negative 20 Celsius. I don't even know. It's like negative 16, negative 20. This is cold. I need to get myself some hot chocolate or hazelnut coffee. I'll see. Anyways, that's all I have to showcase to you. Hope you guys did find whatever you've come across in this entire recording informative or entertaining or enjoyable at the very least. Or even if you just wanted to stay tuned for the clip itself, which I found pretty hilarious on my own behalf. That is the most failed attempt at griefing with mods. I'm sorry, nothing can beat that. There's nothing that can beat that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe out there, and keep yourself warm, and remember that you're awesome, and be careful when coming across any modders in GTA Online on the PC platform, especially in public lobbies, because you never know if something drastic could happen to you in which you will not know how to fix it. I know how to, and that's why I'm still able to make videos like this, to showcase to you guys to be careful. See you in the next one. And stay safe.